everyone, it's Tynetter here, and I know that this video that I'm recording is 2 months late. I will be talking about the worst anime of Youmacon 2022. In case you're wondering what game I am playing Tales of Symphonia on Steam. Really fun RPG, or motion-based battle system RPG, but you know what I mean here. Anyway, I have to explain myself on why this video took so long and why I'm late for it, but if you're not interested in that, you can just skip ahead to the timestamp below or something for the anime that I'll be talking about. By the time this video is uploaded, which should either be Wednesday or Thursday, I think I'm showing this up on Wednesday, but I will be going to GHOUL. So there is that. But yeah, so like I said, if you're not interested in this part onto why I'm made this video so late, then just skip ahead. But for those who do watch my content, I do recommend you stick around for a bit, because this is going to tell you all the general game plan for the month of February for what I plan on doing. So the reason I was late for this was simply due to the fact that by the time I got back, college was just going to get more hectic. Youmacon started on November 4th and ran through that weekend. Sorry, voice crack right there. I'm not really doing this on a full script. This is a habit I tend to have with these convention videos. But yeah, so that's generally how things usually go from there. So by the time I got back, college was just going to get even more hectic. Exams were going to be starting soon. And by the time I got the Youmacon 2022 review out, it was just going to pile up from there. So I couldn't get the video out during that time. December was when things really got hectic, and I could have maybe worked on the video then. But I was already working on my No More Heroes 3 video, so I was really heavily into that. And then I could have worked on it in January, but I was also working on my Lost Judgment video. And I was also doing some Steam reviews, because besides me doing YouTube, I do in-depth reviews on Steam. So that's kind of why I could have, done this video in January, and that was pretty much on me. But here we are in February, so yeah. I'm hoping to get this video done in like one take. Alright, so quick interruption. Hi-Fi Rush is the gameplay here, but I do need to explain what I plan on doing for this month of February. This month is only going to be focused on convention-based content. I do have a video planned that I hope to get out this month, but it isn't gaming related. It's actually going to be about Twinkle Nor Rockman. So I either get the video out this month or early March. So there's that. And then I'll be working on my KatsuCon 2023 review, and I'll also be doing a worst anime for KatsuCon 2023 that you'll maybe get in February, but it may come in March due to other stuff I work on. So yeah, that's pretty much what I am doing for February. Anyway, back to the worst anime, and I'll see you guys there. So for the most part, for those who skipped this part, welcome. I will be explaining the rules on how this thing went down and all that stuff. I should probably point this out that all opinions that you have about your favorite anime may in fact be on here. Opinions will be held high, hearts will be broken, and people may in fact be triggered. But everyone that I asked has remained anonymous. I do not ask for any names of any people for this, so no one will be mentioned. All the votes were tallied up. I have 4 tiers now. Usually I have a certain amount of tiers for a certain amount of votes, but this time I have different tiers. There's the first tier, the controversial tier, which I'll get into that one when it comes to it, tier with 2 votes, and then so on and so forth. Then I'll be talking about the anime that got the top 3 highest votes, so all that stuff. Some people recommended me hentai. I swear they just recommended me that, which alright, I guess that's fine, but that's not really what I'm going for fully. But for the most part, yeah, there we go from that. So I should also point this out that there were a bunch of anime that I never heard of or really seen that were mentioned, which I mean, I guess for the worst anime of all time that these guys have given me, I think that's maybe a blessing in disguise, all things considered. But yeah. So I should point this out that I got a total of 71 different anime mentioned. Or I guess 70, but I'll get onto that one anime in a bit. So, yeah, so let's start this off. So, like, we got, like, one vote here. So, these anime only were mentioned, like, once, which is, like, the majority of the stuff that I, got here. So, first we got is Magical Nurse Witch Chemilog Chan. So, yeah, the story is apparently a parody of both Sojatara and the Magical Girl anime genre. If my pronunciation is terrible, I deeply apologize, guys. I am not really good on pronouncing stuff here. But, yeah, and you're gonna see me get utterly destroyed in Tales of Symphonia right here. That is absolutely fantastic. But, yeah. So then after that, the next video that I have is, or the next anime, sorry, is Brand New Animals, which I'm actually not gonna lie, despite the premise, it actually kind of looks good. All things considered, I like the art style, I like the cover that it has, but yeah, that's, that right there. Alright, so just got a bit of head in the video right there, sorry about that, I don't wanna repeat the cutscene that you guys just saw, but anyway. So, the next anime that I'm gonna go back on track is we have Danganronpa, which I actually read the VN for this one on Steam. It's actually pretty good, all things considered. I liked it. I didn't mind it. It's been years though since I've seen or even read the VN. I read first one, second one, V3. I also played Ultra Despair Girls, which I didn't really care for, but that's just me. But yeah, that's pretty much my Danganronpa experience right there. Funny enough, though, Danganronpa Part 3 also was mentioned once. I never seen Part 3, but, yeah, that anime also got mentioned. So, I guess cool. I don't know. So next, we have Taintless Anon, which is an anime about these children who gain supernatural powers and they fight monsters. I honestly don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm explaining these anime poorly. I am so sorry. But, yeah. And I said, I'm not reading this off of a script. I kind of lied about that. It's a semi-script. I have to have the list of anime because there's no way I can memorize 71 anime in my head. But, yeah. Okay, so next one we got, Gatchaman Crowds, which is part of the Gatchaman franchise and the original anime series aired, in 1978. So yeah, I never knew it was even that big. I think this one was mentioned in Dokidokon when I went there. I could be dead wrong. But yeah, there's that. Alright, so I apologize for the random cutaway, everybody, but something came up that was not on the script that I never edited for the list. So I had to, get it back up, and so here we are. So next for the worst anime is Tokyo Ghoul Re. I can see this one being on here. But, yeah, for the most part, Tokyo Ghoul Re got on here. I think it also cut off from the manga at a certain point. I could be dead wrong, and anyone in the comments who knows their anime can, tell me about that. Personally, I never got into Tokyo Ghoul, and to me, I guess I could probably just see Tokyo Ghoul Re being on here. But, yeah. So next, we have the Devilman Crybaby anime, but it's the Netflix version. Not the original Devilman Crybaby. There was the Netflix one. And that's what this guy mentioned. So, there's that. I never seen Devilman Crybaby. Its intro, though, really does. Or the theme, one of the songs, I don't know. But one of the songs I listen to really kicks ass. Everyone probably knows what I'm talking about, the Devilman Crybaby theme. But, so yeah, that one got mentioned. Then we got Death Parade. I've seen some stuff on Death Parade. I never really watched it fully, but I can probably definitely see, I guess, it on here. Although I should probably give the anime its own shot, because I really shouldn't judge an anime just by its cover. But yeah, I never really got around to seeing this one. I knew like an old friend of mine mentioned this anime, and he liked it, so now there's that. So next we have, and I hope I'm saying this right, Boonie Sisters, Coco and Maka. So yeah, I don't know if anyone really remembers this one, but this Moist Critical did a video on this one. Like, I saw him like do the video on this one. I'm like, what is this? I mean, and I remember seeing this. I remember seeing this one on like Crunchyroll and all that stuff, and I'm like, well, what is this? Like someone actually went out of the way and made this. So, you know, there's that. That anime got mentioned. Next we got My Mermaid Bride. A friend of mine says the anime is not great either, so, you know, I guess, you know, we got to take their vote for, you know, granted right there. But yeah, My Mermaid Bride got mentioned. Next we got the Rising of the Shield Hero. I actually like this one, all things considered. I never really found anything wrong with it, but I guess I can see Rising of the Shield Hero being on here. It's just, you know, it is what it is. Like, that's all I really, you know, gotta mention here. But yeah, I personally like Rising of the Shield Hero, but I guess there are some people there that don't really exactly like the anime itself. So, next we have Death Note. So, I read the manga for this one. I actually own the 13 volume in one book, but I guess I can see Death Note being on here in a way. But yeah, overall I generally enjoy Death Note. But yeah, so it got mentioned like once. Next we got about the next anime is Black Arrow, an anime about these people who are surrounded by a massive wall, and they reveal this wall as their god. And then these people have these abilities that they called like the blind rappers. That's like the device they have, and they use it to fight these things. Like, I don't know, dude. I really don't. It looks like a mecha to me from like little that I've gathered, so I really honestly don't know. Next we got Diabolical Lovers, which is also a visual novel franchise, and it has at least 7 entries in the series, and involves these 4 vampires who kidnap the main heroine. I honestly, from like that alone, I honestly I shouldn't judge, you know, that, because I haven't really seen it. If it's gotten 7 entries, I think it's probably well received. I really honestly don't know. Maybe the visual novel is better than the game itself. But yeah. So then we got Pupa, which actually I think I remember this anime being mentioned in Dokidokon. And when I looked up this anime, I instantly knew what this was. Like, it's basically this. It's an anime about this virus named Pupa, which I know, I guess I know about this anime a tad bit. I don't want to talk about this because of that one infamous scene that everyone probably who heard of this anime knows what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go look it up, but trust me, you may regret it. It's honestly, it's really disgusting, but yeah. So after that, we got Darling in the Franxx, which I saw a few episodes of this one, and, you know, it's an anime, but I mean, I ditched it like halfway through. Before the infamous scenes, you know, came up. I'm not gonna spoil anything on Darling in the Franxx, and I'm like, I guess it's, you know, it's a good thing I, you know, missed out on that sort of thing. But yeah. So after that, we got Fairy Tail. I actually like Fairy Tail. I have a tough time getting through it, but I do generally enjoy Fairy Tail for what it is. I am someone who loves, you know, fantasy and medieval stuff. But yeah, so Fairy Tail got mentioned. Maybe Fairy Tail should be in the controversial section, but like I said, I'll get in that one into like a bit. Next we have One Punch Man, but the One Punch Man anime wasn't mentioned. The manga was completely taken out. The guy who mentioned it to me said that you're probably just better off reading the manga, which I'm like, alright, yeah, I agree, because I do enjoy the One Punch Man manga. I think the anime mainly got its infamy in season 2, but or the bad, you know, infamy. I don't know. Maybe there was some bad stuff in season 1. You know, you guys are the ones that, you know, can judge on that. I've only read the manga, so I honestly have nothing to say about that. Next, we have Dr. Stone, and I saw an episode of this one. I lost interest in it, but I think I should probably give Dr. Stone another shot. I really shouldn't, you know, because I hear it's well received. So, I guess I shouldn't really take my opinion on it at face value, but yeah, Dr. Stone got mentioned. Next we have Grand Blue, which is based off of the mobile game. At least I think. But when I looked up Grand Blue, that's what I basically got. Any mobile game based off, or any anime based off a mobile game, I guess, is bound to not be the greatest thing in the whole wide world. Next we got Peter Grill, which I think is an ecchi-based anime. I honestly don't know if I have, you know, any idea. From the looks of it, it looks like one, but I could be dead, like, wrong. Then after that, we got Neon Nico Sugar Girl, which is a fan anime from the info that I've gathered. I honestly don't know if this one. I don't have a cover picture for this one, 'cause I don't know if it's even like official. But yeah, this from what I remember, like when I looked up stuff for this, I'm like this thing is an anime, like it's a fan anime. What? No way. But yeah, so that's what it is. Next we got the Host Club, which takes place in an elite private high school for kids, and there is this club that like 6 guys join in. So I mean, you can probably take that as you will from all that. Next we got Ghost Hunt, which is a ghost hunting anime, and from what I've actually the little from I seen from this, I may actually go and check this out because it's actually I got some pretty good reviews or something and all that, and yeah. But yeah, Ghost Hunt got on here. I think I may like this one, but who knows? I could be dead wrong. I could agree with the guy who mentioned here, but it looks good. Next we got Dancing with the Vampire, which I can't show any covers for because it's about this vampire that plans to show her existence of the species, and apparently the main character can survive light despite being a vampire. But the reason I can't show a cover for this is because I don't know how YouTube is going to handle it. I'm deeming the cover as a little too risky, or the picture that I've been showing, or from the little research that I did for an anime cover for this one. So yeah. Next we got Lily Cat, which to my knowledge, from the reviews I gotten on my anime list and all the other stuff, this one's gotten 3 stars, and I think is a movie anime, or an anime movie. And I think it's a horror one to my knowledge, but I could be wrong. But from the premise alone, it's about, these people who go on the spaceship, and the 2 people that kept an eye on them, I guess turned into something and all that stuff. I can't memorize the entire details. I've only written down a little so much on the script, so there's that. Then we got Citrus. So I saw an episode of this one, only one episode, and then I just put it down. I don't know why, but I saw an episode of Citrus, but I think I may give this anime another shot. I may not. I don't know. Citrus, got on here. I think this one was also mentioned in Dokudokon, so I guess it being on here actually kind of makes a little, sense. Then we got ourselves the Soul Eater anime, which I can actually vouch for this one because I think we should just read the Soul Eater manga. It's 10 times better than whatever the anime was, showing in my opinion. But yeah, the Soul Eater anime, it got mentioned. I highly recommend just reading the Soul Eater manga. It's really good. So yeah. Next we have Akatsu, which is an idol anime, but it seems to have good reviews. So I don't know if this one should really be on here for those people that like it. I haven't seen any idol anime. I've never seen any sort of idol anime that has been mainstream, so I really can't say anything on it. Then after that we have Glitter Force, which is a dub of another anime called Smile Pretty Cure, which is a magical girls anime. So I guess there's that. That one got mentioned. I guess I think it also got some pretty bad reviews. I don't know. Alright, so the next anime we have is Twinkle Nor Rockman. I'll be making a video on this one, and I don't want to explain too much on the video. But yeah, expected like sometime either this month or early March. But yeah, so Twinkle Nor Rockman is really bad. It's one of the worst anime ever made of all time. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, the only reason the guy even made it was because he wanted chicks on his motorcycle. So I don't know if he got any, but yeah, he made that. So next, I don't know if this one even counts as an anime, but we got the Dragon Ball movie. So that was mentioned once. This is like, I've seen this, and it's not even anywhere close to what Dragon Ball is, but yeah, so that one got mentioned. And by Dragon Ball movie, I mean by the live action one. So the image, if the image didn't really give the indication of that already, but yeah, so that one got mentioned. Next we got ReZero. I've seen a few episodes of this one. I don't mind it, but really, ReZero is just, just an anime. I don't mind it, like I said, but for the most part, I guess some people really do not like it. So then we got Brothers Conflict, where the main character learns she has 13 stepbrothers and it's apparently a harem. So I don't know if that says anything you need to know. It's an anime. Next we got XL Saga. I've seen clips of this one. It's weird, but it's an anime. I think it's meant to be a comedy. I don't know. So then we got Handshakers, and this one was mentioned before. I guess I can see this one, you know, being on here if it's bad. It's Handshakers, you know. I've never, like I said, I've never seen some of the stuff here, but it's worse anime, so I guess maybe that's a blessing. So next we got High School DxD. I can see this one being on here, but yeah, High School DxD got mentioned, and it's just whatever, dude. Like, it's an anime. Next, you got Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Senpai. Odd that this one got on here. I thought it was well liked, so you know that one got mentioned. Yeah, just whatever, dude. Honestly, I can't really say anything. Like, this is not me saying this. This is other people. Next, we got Attack on Titan. I can see this one being on here. I actually like Attack on Titan. I still need to finish the recent season, but yeah, I do understand, I guess, it being on here. Next, we got The Way of the House Husband, which is about a Yakuza trying to live a normal life with his new wife. And this one actually looks interesting, so I may actually check this one out. I don't know if I'll regret it, but it looks good. Maybe not, who knows, but whatever. Next, we got Corpse Party. I can see this one being on here. Personally, if you want me to give you a full recommendation of Corpse Party, I just recommend you just go and like play the RPG Maker horror game. It's just better that way. Next we got Kakaguri. I actually read the manga for this one. I'm only up to I think volume 4 of it, but yeah, Kakaguri got on here. It's okay for me, in my opinion, but I gotta see more of it. But yeah, it got mentioned. Next we got Wolves Children, or I guess Wolf Children. So it's about this, I think it's just an anime about these mother who raises these wolf kids with wolf features. I honestly, that's what I'm just getting here. It was late at night and I just stopped, you know, doing the research, and I just was lazy on this one because it was like 3 a.m. by the time I was like looking this stuff up, and I just didn't care. Next we got is Food Wars. I've heard of this one. I personally never really got into it, but I think I should still check this one out. I heard it's well liked, but it's something. Bobo, which I hope I said that right. It also got on here. Honestly, I was surprised because I actually kind of like this one. I read the manga, but never got too into it. But I think if I watched anime more, I think I may like it. But yeah, Bobo got on. The God of High School was also mentioned. I heard of this one. I wanted to see it, but I never ended up seeing it. So I don't know if that says anything. Alright, so next we got Say I Love You, which is a heartwarming anime about a girl who makes friends with a popular guy and the guy falls in love with her. I think. This is, like I said, this is like 3 a.m. kind of stuff here, and I just probably didn't really even care that much about doing full-on research because it was so late at night and I was tired. Alright, next we have is Dragon Maid. Now, Dragon Maid was originally supposed to be on the controversial tier, but I took this one off because I think I did hear a number of people, you know, hate this anime. But if you want to put Dragon Maid on the controversial tier, you're free to do. So next that we have is Ghost Stories. I don't know if Ghost Stories should really even count because an anime was made to be bad. And 2 people specifically did not state if they meant the English dub or the Japanese dub of Ghost Stories. But I really don't know if Ghost Stories should really count. In total, Ghost Stories got a total of 3 votes, but I really don't know if I should count Ghost Stories, but it got on here. Alright, so now we are going on to the controversial tier. For an anime to make the controversial tier, they have to be really well liked and just well received. Now, some of the anime that I previously mentioned, and maybe even some of the anime that I could potentially mention, could theoretically make the controversial tier list. It's just, I didn't really think they would fit the list because they have enough votes for them to be hated. But like I said, these anime are really well liked. but they got on this list for some reason. So the first anime to receive the controversial tier will be Lucky Star. There was a lot of Lucky Star hate on Saturday. I've heard this anime is well liked, but apparently this anime actually got mentioned. So Lucky Star was on the list. Another one is FLCL. I actually really enjoyed this one. I'm honestly surprised FLCL got mentioned, but yeah, it's on this list as well. Next we have Toradora. Toradora was mentioned, and I was honestly shocked about that because the reviews for this one is really, high for Toradora. It's honestly really odd this one got mentioned as well. Next we have is Sailor Moon. I am also really surprised because I do enjoy Sailor Moon. By the time I was, on the convention, or at the convention, sorry, I actually finished watching Sailor Moon a few months ago, and I really did enjoy it. It was my first time seeing it. So next we have is Full Metal Alchemist due to the dog scene. I think y'all know what I'm talking about with this one. But yeah, I don't know if this one should really even count either, because you can't just mention that an anime is bad just because of one scene, but this is what people are saying. I am nothing. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just, saying what people, said about, anime. So next we have is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This one is also really good. I love JoJo, but yes, it got mentioned. It's only been mentioned once. But yeah, JoJo, it got mentioned. So we're gonna still be on the controversial tier, but these next 4 anime that I mentioned, they got a total of 2 votes. And these anime are the quintessential quintuplets, which I'm honestly shocked this one got mentioned because I heard it's well liked. So yeah, I enjoy this one. Just I'm honestly surprised that it even got mentioned. It's really good, but yeah, quintessential quintuplets got mentioned. Next we got One Piece. One Piece is really good. I'm really honestly sad it got mentioned. It almost got unscathed, actually. I was walking around on, let's say, I guess it was Saturday, or maybe this was JoJo that got mentioned. Like, JoJo or One Piece didn't get mentioned, and the very next person I asked, oh, wait, no, it got mentioned on Saturday. Alright, well, oh well, nothing much I can do. But yeah, I'm honestly sad that One Piece got mentioned. Next we have is Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. Now, originally, Dragon Ball Z and Naruto wasn't actually supposed to make this list, but I actually changed my vote or my position of these anime at the last second, simply due to the fact that well, One Piece is on here, and I think it only makes sense that Naruto and Dragon Ball Z just joined One Piece on this, because I love Naruto. I've only seen a little bit of it. I'm reading the manga of it, but yeah, I really am enjoying Naruto, and I have not seen a lot of Dragon Ball, which I should probably fix that, because I bet I'm gonna get some people saying that you've seen all of One Piece but not all of Dragon Ball. Or Dragon Ball Z. I'm like, yes. I just don't have the time because I have other stuff to do and other anime to watch. But yeah, that's basically it right there. However, all of this I could potentially see being mentioned once. Alright? I can see One Piece, Naruto, and Dragon Ball be mentioned. But someone had the audacity to mention to me that Cowboy Bebop is one of the worst anime of all time. I am not making this up. I wish I was, but it got mentioned, and I'm really sad. Alright, so next we have the anime that were mentioned twice. These anime got 2 votes, and so basically what these ones were is Dramatical Murder. When I saw the cover for this one, I actually knew what this anime was about. Kind of. But I also found out that it's apparently a visual novel of some kind on Steam. So there's that. That's quite interesting. So yeah, that one got mentioned. Next we got is Future Diary. I can definitely see this one. I've seen all of Future Diary, and I do not like it. So Future Diary making this list is honestly 100% valid in my personal opinion. But it does have a fan base, so, more power to them. Alright, so next we got School Days, which I remember, and I think this one is very controversial due to a specific scene in Japan from something happened in Japan with this anime, so there was that. But yeah, School Days got mentioned when I saw the cover for it and some of the characters. I'm like, oh yeah, I knew this one. I know this one. Next we got Budgeting Angel Dokuro. next we have is Budgeting Angle Dokuro-chan, which is a total of 8 episodes, and apparently also has a PS2 game of it. And it's an anime about this character named Sakura Kusakabe, which I hope I'm saying right. And she develops technology that makes women stop aging. So, you know, yeah. I don't know if it's any good, but it's interesting there's a PS2 game about this one. I think the PS2 game is Japan exclusive. I could be dead wrong, but yeah. Next we have is Wonder Egg Priority. I actually want to see this one, so it being here is, you know, I guess a little shocking to me, but because I hear it's well liked, but I guess, you know, some people don't like Wonder Egg Priority, and there's really nothing I can really do about that. Next we have is B Kata HK, and the plot for this anime is just weird. I cannot describe it to you all, so if you really want to know what goes on, then look it up yourself. But this is just one that I cannot describe at all. But yeah. So next we have the anime that were mentioned a total of 3 times. So these ones got 3 votes. And the first one is The Promised Neverland. I think this one is for season 2 of it. I can see this one. Promised Neverland was really hyped when it first came out, and it just being here is honestly, you know, it just makes sense in my personal opinion. So the next we have is Demon Slayer. I guess I can see this one. I actually do enjoy Demon Slayer. I really like it. But yeah, Demon Slayer got mentioned. And then next we have is Vampire Knight, which I can definitely see Vampire Knight, you know, making it on this list. I've seen a few episodes, and it's weird. I stopped watching this after like episode 2 because I just knew it was bad. This one I'm not giving a second shot, but yeah, Vampire Knight got mentioned. And then we got to the only anime with 4 votes, and that was Seven Deadly Sins. And yeah, I think this is because of the final season and all that, and Seven Deadly Sins got mentioned, or just maybe some people didn't like it overall. I've only read the manga of Seven Deadly Sins, so like only like 1 volume of it, and all that other stuff. But yeah, Seven Deadly Sins got mentioned. Hey everyone, Hi-Fi Rush is taking over again because I ran out of Tales of Symphonia footage. But yeah, so now we're on to the top 3 highest voted anime of Youmacon 2022. So, in 3rd place, with 5 votes, is My Hero Academia. So, yeah, that one got 3rd place. This one may be in the controversial tier 2 to some people, but yeah, it got mentioned a total of like 5 times. I read the manga for this one, but I did see a little bit of the anime. It's nothing like too bad for me. It's just something I kind of just lost interest in, but I wouldn't say it's a bad anime. But yeah, so My Hero Academia got mentioned at least, you know, 5 times. So in 2nd place, with a total of 12 votes, is Boku no Pico. I am not showing an image of this one because it's Boku no Pico. It's weird. But yeah, it got mentioned 12 times throughout the entire con. So that was quite interesting. And then for the highest voted anime with a total of 21 votes is Sword Art Online. Honestly, this one, I guess I kind of expected it to be on here, but for the fact it got mentioned this much is honestly surprising. I don't know if any other anime can probably take it out. Maybe, unless, you know, Katsucon proves, you know, otherwise and more people vote for it, but only time will tell. But yeah. So that is going to be it for this video for the worst anime of Youmacon 2022. So if you're looking forward to my next list, which should be here in a few weeks' time, I will be showing you all the worst anime of Katsucon. So I hope you all have a nice day, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.